looks like we actually have fabric softener in here now. Tide Pods. I'm gonna put some fabric softener in the fabric softener dispenser. It's the same one that I used once. I'm gonna use a full cap of it, actually. Almost a full cap. And it's already going in. Okay. How much is coming out of there?
But if you lose those,
I got the machine going. It's on deep wash on regular settings. So I'm not surprised it already sets the water level to extra high on the cycle, because it just makes a lot of sense. So yeah. Yeah, for some reason the fabric softener just started pouring out of the dispenser after I closed it. Like, out of the fabric softener dispenser. I don't know why it did, but that's not supposed to happen on the main wash. So yeah, we got the washer cycle going. I just noticed the barcode was displayed on the camera. barcode from another thing of Tide Pods, so just got that off the camera screen. So yeah. I'm actually gonna turn off my light.
The rising sun.
Also, I've got the Maytag dryer going, just to kind of preview it for that, for the clothes. Yeah. It's really good when these dryers get hot. It's really good when the dryers get hot on the highest heat setting, because you really need them to get hot. You really need them to get hot if you want to dry your clothes quicker. I think it makes sense how the label for Eco Normal green, because like it's like an eco cycle for the dryer. Plus, I also like how the washer has an eco warm setting and wash temperatures. By the way, I'm having skitters here. So, since I finally got my braces off, like last month, I'm finally able to have skittles again. It's actually my first time having them, like not in my lifetime, but like my first time having them after my braces got removed. I haven't had them in years. Same for Starburst, so I haven't had that in years either because of my braces. I couldn't have those while my braces were on, because we wouldn't want it getting stuck to them. But yeah, now that I have them off, I can actually have those again. Around the outsides, like just the sides in general, they're made of like metal, and the backside too, I think. But like the lid and the control panel, those are the parts that are made of plastic. Same for the dispenser drawer and the bleach dispenser, which is on the side of the lid as it is on most top loaders. Been filming for 8 minutes. Let's see. I guess the water feels slower on defrost. I don't know. But it is a good thing that it has a deep cycle. Well, that how you doing? Doing slow agitations, are we? I am seeing some suds in there, so that's good. Actually, I'm gonna turn my light on and see. I can kind of feel some heat from here, and I don't know why. It's not even on the hot setting. Yeah, I can kind of see those suds in there. I'm gonna search up the model number of the dryer and see if I can find the matching washer. Maytag YW0, yep. It's not a YW, it's a YW0. So according to that, that's an old Maytag dryer. Or actually, I'm going to search it up. When was the Maytag It's approximately 2010 and 2015. Okay, so the early 2010s. But I found this matching washer. N8W. I did find its matching washer, let's see. There we go. I found it. I found the washer. I found the matching washer for the Maytag MEVE201 YW0. It's a front load model. It's an MHW201YW. Again, it's MHWE. Wait, let me start over again. It's MHWE201YW. It says it's a 27-inch front load washer, 3.5 cubic feet. That's the same capacity as my Frigidaire. Same capacity as my Frigidaire FTF 2140 ES. That beeping is just the dryer. Me just setting the settings and setting it up. Again, just so it can like kind of give it a preheating. I put it on 58 minutes. Washer's got an hour and 8, so that's just 10 minutes more than the dryer has. Well, that I set on the dryer. There's also a damp dry cycle on here. You can actually put like any dryness label, but you can't change the heat label. You can't change the heat label on damp dry for some reason. You just have it on low. Again, we're sending it to 58. Yeah. I'll show you the image of the washer in another video. But yeah. The Maytag MHWE201YW. Which, that is one that I want to try out. And it says it's one from the early mid-2010s, because I searched it up, it said 2010 to 2015, which I find that surprising, because I thought I was in like somewhere in the earlier 2000s, but I guess it was 2010s. Yeah, the reason I thought it was earlier 2000s is because it says 2000 series. It's a 2000 series Maytag. I wonder what Wade's opinion is on those. I'm gonna have to ask him.
Everybody, when you have this, when you know what it is, when you have a little bit of to sit in, there's a QR code here. This QR code is 3 new logos. Those who are trying to pick a new logo. And you choose one of the logos, and
yeah, 16 minutes have passed by. Again, if you want to do control lock, you can lock the controls. What you do is you hold down temperature and water level for 3 seconds. And that enables the control lock feature, which locks the controls and also does not allow you to pause it. It also does not allow you to pause the cycle if you have control lock on. But I'm just going to turn that off. Let me do that again. There we go.
At first, she looked like my brothers and like her.
I guess the deep wash cycle is probably more gentle than the normal cycle. I don't know. At least on these Samsungs. And honestly, Samsung isn't really that bad. Samsung isn't really that bad. I mean, I know they had some recalled top load washers, and I also heard they had some recalled refrigerators too. Some of the refrigerators were recalled too for exploding as well, I think. So their top loaders weren't the only things that were recalled from Samsung. But yeah, I don't think we have those exploding Samsungs anymore. At least, I don't think they're selling them anywhere except for maybe a used appliance store or something. Which I just found out today, there's one called, what's it called? Advanced Appliances. Advanced Appliances. I saw it on one of Joshua JMJ's videos. And yeah, I saw it on one of Joshua JMJ's videos, and I actually watched the full thing earlier today. It was kind of fun to see some old washers in there. I also saw an old washer that I've never seen before. It was a Kenmore top loader that looked like a Maytag, and my guess of that is that it was probably made by Maytag. I'm not sure, because back in the day, Kenmore had some lookalikes of washers from other brands like LG, Frigidaire and GE had some of those too, so GE had some Frigidaire lookalikes. Excellent. Yeah.
Bags. Is there like an elastic?
Yeah, I think that Kenmore was actually made by Maytag because it looked like a Maytag, so I can only assume it was made by Maytag. Okay. the washer says it has an hour left. Exactly 1 hour. So 60 minutes. But my camera, the camera on my HP Silver Chromebook is finally working again, but it might stop working again soon. And I think it's next weekend when I'm going to my dad's again, so you'll probably get to see more videos of my 3600, my LG front loader model WM3600HWA. I know that those of you who have seen my videos of the washer, of course, you all probably remember that washer just from seeing it on my channel, because it's the washer I have at my dad's. And so yeah, I like to make videos of it. I like LG. They make really good stuff. Their products actually last longer than most other brands. Like modern Maytag, they're not really good. They say it's a 10-year warranty, but it doesn't really hold true, I've heard. It doesn't really hold true anymore. But yeah, if I were to get a Maytag, I'd get the old 201 set, the NHWE 201YW and the MEDE 201YW0. Although I found something about an MEDE 201YW, and I wonder if that's just the same thing as the MEDE 201YW0. I wonder if that's the same thing. So yeah, I really want to try out one of those old Maytag machines. I want to try out one of those old Maytag washers, just to see what it's like having an old Maytag. Maybe if I can find one at Advanced Appliances, that is like whenever I go there, or if I ever go there. But yeah, in my state, where Advanced Appliances is, it's like an hour away from where I actually live, in technically both towns. So, and I'm not going to say what they are, because I don't want anyone finding me unless they actually know me from in person, which I know Grace knows me because we go to the same school together, but still. But yeah, anyways, Advanced Appliances is like if I wanted to go to Advanced Appliances in my state, I'd have to go upstate. I'd have to go upstate to find Advanced Appliances, the used appliance store. So I don't know when or if I'm ever gonna end up going there. I hope I do, though. If I do end up going there, I'll try to make a video for like as long as possible. Oh, we're draining that. Yeah, I'll try to make a video like as long as possible there if I ever go there. to see what kind of old washers they have there. I saw they have some modern ones too, though, that were returned. I guess they just weren't like working the right way. I'm surprised to actually see some LG ones there, some modern LG ones. Because LG usually lasts very long. Maybe some were just a little too rough on the LG and just were a little careless about their machine, and then that's probably why they had to return it. But yeah, Joshua JMJ went to one of those used appliance stores, Advanced Appliance, for when he got the LG WM2140CW. Now the one thing in common about that washer and the Frigidaire that I had is that they both had the number 2140 in their model numbers. Because, I mean, Frigidaire FTF2140ES and LG WM2140CW. It's the same number that's in there. We are draining some more. I could feel the warm water. I could feel like the heat from the warm water in the drain hose as it drains out. Now it might get a little shaky during the spin cycle, so I'm probably going to hold on to the camera while it spins. And the motor again is a 1-speed motor, so it just kind of just turns it on and off every now and then to kind of control the speed, since it's a 1-speed motor. Wonder how many rinses the deep wash cycle does. Oh, I can't add extra rinse now. Wait, was I able to in the first place? I don't know. But that's something I'll have to find out after the cycle finishes. Because I don't want to restart the cycle again. But I'm probably going to put in the fabric softener after the intermediate spin, because I think it might be the final rinse afterwards. Well, the only rinse, really. Because I think all the cycles on the Samsung washer only do one rinse by default. Surprisingly, even the normal cycle, and it doesn't even have turbo wash like LG does. It doesn't even have a jet. It doesn't even have a jet like the old Samsungs did. It's gonna get really shaky. I had a feeling. I can already feel it shaking. So yeah, again, the motor turns on and off every now and then to control the speed. Again, because it's a 1-speed motor. That's how 1-speed motor washers work. taking its time to drain.
I wonder if beat blocks actually like a spin. Oh, I guess it does. And it usually starts out slow,
Just like how most machines do.
it's nice how most machines like to start out slow. Completely normal for most machines to start out slow. And they usually take their time to speed up.
Oh, I just realized it slowed down again. Speeding up again, but then I was just having some more of my Skittles. The load isn't too balanced, but it's not too bad either. Like, it's not really much balanced, but it's not too bad either. I wonder what RPM these Samsung, these one-speed motor Samsungs can go up to. But yeah, because it's a one-speed motor, it sounds really old. Like, I actually kind of like how they're still putting old motors, like how they're still putting old parts in new machines. Like, that's amazing. That's just amazing how they still put, how on some machines they still put some old parts on new machines, and some brands are still making them kind of old school, which is really cool. Like Maytag
is still making them kind of old school. Well, some of them anyways. I think we're at about like 500 RPM or something. I'm not sure what RPM these one-speed motor Samsungs go up to. But yeah, again, that's the WA45T3200AW. Samsung WA45T3200AW. Yeah, I think we're at about like 500 RPM. But I think that setup with the Tide pod container, the white one, the smaller one, being under the camera, I think it might actually work better than just having my cup on the side. The reason for having it on the side was because the straw was too high in height, so I had to just have it like that. But yeah, Tide pod container has a thing to hold the camera up. Much better idea, because you can see it's not even trying to fall off. It's not even trying to fall off, which is good. Although I don't get why soil label still counts for the rest of the cycle after the main wash. Like, it should be eliminated at the end of the main wash. I mean, LG knows how to do it in the right order more than Samsung. But we are slowing down now, so as soon as that thing slows down, I'm probably going to pause it and put in some fabric softener and continue the cycle, because most of it just kind of poured out of the dispenser on its own right when I closed the drawer. So I'm not sure why it did that, but it would probably have been easier if it was like one of the auto dispense ones. Okay, so we're gonna pause it so we can get our fabric softener in. Okay, so the final and only rinse has started. So let's get in our fabric softener again, because again it dripped out earlier. Oh, whoops. Well, that went flying about. Again, another full cap should do it. And I'm going to close it slowly, so it will hopefully just let the water dispense it in there on its own. Hopefully. Okay, good to know. I just need to close it slow. So that's why I tripped that. I just need to close it slow. I'll try to remember that next time. Okay. Got it started up again now. It's continuing its cycle now, and it is dispensing in the fabric softener as it is supposed to, which is good. that's good for the machine. Yeah. And there's a lot of false claims out there about saying that fabric softener is what destroys your machines, but that is actually not. That's actually not right. It's just like Wade says, it's not right. Fabric softener is not what destroys your machines. It's actually not. What the cause is when you're not using hot water, and also if you don't know how to properly maintain your machine, it could cause problems in your machine. And some have said that it might not even spin, because I've heard that some washers wouldn't even spin because of that. Like, I saw it on a video of that same 10-board direct drive hot water that Wade has. Not actually on Wade's channel, but on another channel, it was the same 10-board direct drive hot water washer that Wade has. Dryer's got 28 minutes. Washer's got 39 minutes. I'm guessing it drains to the final spin somewhere in the 20s, I think.
How you doing, man?
Like somewhere in the 20s of minutes, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, heat wash speed only would know that. Or it probably just depends on what kind of load it is, I think.
hesitation.
Let's see.
It says 33.
Final spin, I think. We have at 29 minutes.
Okay, so it's close to 30s, but technically 20s.
Oh, I thought it was filling. It's still draining. I don't know why I thought it was filling. But yeah, we got in that good match out softener here. spinning. started speeding up again. And I'm all out of Skittles. I think it's gonna get to full speed soon. Full speed now.
Want some Skittles?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yeah, ignore that background. Just Hannah Yeah, of course these things don't do anti-grease, but yeah, I just got another thing of Skittles.
Photography. Who's coming? Who's saying?
There it goes.
Who's coming? Saying? Oh, you gotta help these guys. Alright, everybody who's not down here, come here.
Okay, that's the end of the cycle. Still covered in fur, but they did come out really good. Yeah. I'm gonna go put these in the dryer. There's still more in there, by the way. I'm just doing it. And by the way, I did have the fryer. Not the fryer. The dryer preheat itself.
You know what? If you would have left a little longer, I could have ended up with some extras.
There you go.
Oh, see, some of them are fun. Actually, yeah, some of them are fun to play with. I get it. I totally get it.
I didn't even do that intentionally, and then I just started doing this one day, and I was like, oh, yes, I'm smart.
Alright. That is all the towels. I mean, not towels, clothes in there. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.